So if you're a beginner, you shouldn't do that at all, because that's gonna destroy your motivation. So as all of us know, beginning is the hardest, and it's even worse if you're doing things incorrectly. So today in this video I'm gonna break down why 90%, that's right, 9 out of 10 people quit playing the guitar and only the 10% make it, which is actually lower than the acceptance rate at Oxford. So our number one is gonna be bad body posture, which is usually hunching, as well as a bad hand position. So a straight back, a thumb that goes perpendicular to the neck, and playing with the very tip of your fingers is gonna help you out tremendously. And also you should set smaller goals, so you shouldn't believe that you're gonna be the next Slash in a few months. Number two, not using a metronome. Now think about rhythm as a frame. Here's this hanger, and without a frame you cannot build it, and that's the same with music. If you don't feel the rhythm, you've lost the whole thing in the first place. Also, trying to play fast instead of slowly enough to be accurate is a terrible mistake. That's why you're gonna need the metronome to actually develop the skill that by the time you will feel the rhythm, you will. So if you don't have a metronome, you better go to the App Store right now and download a metronome for free. I'm just gonna set like 130 BPM. And then it's on. Alright, now here comes our number three, which is moving on too quickly. But before we also move on too quickly, make sure to destroy, actually annihilate that like button. So what do I mean by moving on too quickly? Let me tell you a story. Well, what I used to do in school 10 minutes before an exam was that I took my notebook and I started memorizing desperately. So I was reading and I was like, okay, that's cool, I know that, moving on and on. And when I saw the test and I had to make a connection between things, I was like, I'm gonna head out. So regarding the guitar is the same case actually. Just imagine that you learn a chord shape and then you move on to the next chord. The problem with that is that you will know lots of chords, but when it will come to playing a chord progression, you will feel hopeless. So instead of being good at a couple of things, you will be something like this. So first feel like you kind of master something and then move on. Here comes our number four, which is actually practicing too much the wrong way. Because you can practice a lot, as much as you want in a good way, but which is the bad? So obviously, when you aren't used to practicing and you haven't developed calluses yet, it will be extremely painful after a while. So if you're a beginner, you shouldn't do that at all, because that's gonna destroy your motivation. Instead, think about playing in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And it doesn't have to be hours. It can be something as short as 15 minutes. Also, something that we could talk about yet is once your left hand is tired, you can actually just use the other one and let this rest. And also, if you don't have one, maybe think about getting a nylon string guitar. Number five, which is a tremendous mistake, is skipping the warm-up exercises. Just like when you're working out in the gym, warm-up is crucial. Even the most experienced guitar legends do warm up. So now imagine a beginner starting to play without warming up. It's a huge performance booster and you do wanna exploit that. So make sure that you always warm up. By the way, here's my video I made a few months ago about Dimebag Darrell's practice routines, so maybe you want to save that to your playlist and check that out later. And lastly, number six, practicing inconsistently, which kind of means everything that is not organized, such as the practice lessons themselves, the lack of warm-ups, not practicing daily. And if you're not consistent, you're not going to achieve your goal because you're not doing small steps every day. So simply be aware that having a schedule and finding time for an organized guitar session is crucial. And if you're struggling with consistency, make sure to check out this video where I covered everything, how to get the most out of your guitar sessions.